What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. And before we get into today's video, I just want to say, if you're a fan of those legends of the game, I would definitely recommend subscribing to the channel. Also, guys, if this is content that you enjoy, I would greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. And in the comments down below, let me know a legend you'd like to see me do a build on, past or present. I'd be more than happy to do that build for you. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. So, guys, I do just want to kind of mention and touch on, that we did lose a legend with the passing of Bill Russell, and just seeing so many people, even though my channel is relatively small in terms of YouTube channels, seeing so many people come to that Bill Russell build video, and just kind of leave their comments and things. It really shows the impact this man had on the game, and both on and off the court. And I do feel like if not for Bill Russell, we would not have the game of basketball the way that we know it today. So it's just really difficult when we lose a legend of that stature, especially someone that's done so much for the game. And it's just really difficult, but I don't know. It's really rough. There's so much that I could say on that, but I don't want, that's not really, this channel isn't a platform for that sort of thing. I just wanted to take a moment, to show respect to one of the biggest legends that's ever played the game. And, someone that, as a basketball fan, we should all respect and things, because again, I don't know if we would have the same NBA if not for Bill Russell. And that's it's rough when someone that's done so much for a sport that we love passes. And I just wanted to kind of touch on that for a moment, and let's get right into this Spud Webb build. So, guys, this was actually a request build that I had. And for those of you that's probably never seen Spud Webb play, you should definitely go check out some of his highlights, especially I think it was the 86 dunk contest that he won. Yeah, he's like the shortest player to ever win a dunk contest. And he was really the first shorter player that's actually even took and actually partook in the actual event. And the fact that he won was even more crazy, right? So yeah, I mean, he was an amazing player. He had a 12-year career. He was really, really good. I think it was either 12 or 13 years. But yeah, that dunk contest was really, really memorable. And if you've not seen it, you should definitely go check it out. Well, let's go ahead and let's get right into this build. Now, of course, guys, with the Spud Webb build, we want to go pure blue, right? Because we want to be able to throw down. Now, I am going to go vertical on this build, and I know that you're looking at it, you're like, an 87 speed and an 85 acceleration for an undersized guard, that's not going to really work. But once we do this build, you'll see what I'm talking about. You're going to be fine. You're going to have really, really good speed, really good acceleration, and a really, really good vertical. So, of course, guys, we're going to max all of this out in blue, or at least most of it. So close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, standing dunk. Now for this, you just want to take it up 2 ticks just to get that 30th finishing badge. You could take it up higher if you wanted to, but you're not going to get any more badges for it. And in all honesty, hook is not really something, you're not going to be using a post hook with this build at any point. Now, if you do just play on the, like online with this build, you just play on the courts with it. You don't do rec or my career or anything. You don't even have to worry about free throw, but I'm going to put that on there for those of you that do. But again, if it's not something that that you need, you don't have to have it on here. You could put those attribute points somewhere else. Now for this build, I'm going to max out everything in playmaking, simply because we're doing a pure blue build. And at point guard, you're going to use those playmaking badges kind of as a way to make up for the fact that there's no yellow in this build. And then, of course, you're going to max out your perimeter defense, your lateral quickness, and your steal. Then you're going to go down. You're going to max out your rebounding. And so if you look at this, once you get this build, maxed out, you're going to have 30 finishing, 1 shooting, 17 playmaking, and 7 defense. So it's not going to be a shooting build, obviously, but you're going to be very, very good at other aspects of the game. So it's going to make it, it's going to make it really a fun build. You could really facilitate, and things with this build. But the best part is the fact that you're going to be the smallest guy on the court and you're just going to be dunking. So, of course, we're going to be 5'7". We're going to go ahead and take this down because we can't be 5'6" in 2K, unfortunately. And we're going to take this down to 145. I think his listed weight was like 133. But, again, we don't have that ability in 2K to go down any lower. So, we're going to be 5'7", 145. Now, for this, guys, we're going to max the wingspan out, right? Because we want those additional points on dunking. Given we do lose 1 attribute point for ball handling, it doesn't matter, though, guys. You're still going to be a 92 once you get this build maxed out. So you're going to be a really good ball handler regardless. But it brings up your driving dunk from 78 to 82. And that means once you get this build maxed out, you're going to be an 86. So that's going to be more like a Spud Webb build. You're going to actually be able to dunk pretty regularly with this build. Now, for the takeover, guys, if you want to do playmaker, you certainly can. But I feel like if we're going to be doing a slasher build, which is what you would be doing with Spud Webb, you'd be better off just doing slasher. And we have built a 2-way slasher with the very top there, guys, shades of Spud Webb. I do like that. We've got the Chris Paul comparison too, which is another smaller guy that at one point in his career was able to dunk. I don't think he could throw down now, but at one point he certainly could. So, guys, you're going to have a lot of finishing badges that you can go with here, right? And the way that I would do this is I would do Acrobat, Hall of Fame, Fearless Finisher, Hall of Fame. You could do Giant Slayer, Hall of Fame. Limitless Takeoff, Hall of Fame. Posterizer, Hall of Fame. Mouse in the House, it's not really going to be something that benefits you. You could do Lob City Finisher, but in all honesty, you being the point guard, you're probably not really going to need that, right? Simply because, you're going to be the primary ball handler. You're not going to be catching too many lobs. On occasion you may, but for the most part, you don't really need that. I would do unstrippable on Hall of Fame because, again, we don't have any yellow in this build. So, being able to have that on there, that way you don't get stripped when you're driving to the basket is good. Then Slithery Finisher, I would have that on Hall of Fame, and then I would put Teardropper on Silver. So that's a pretty good layout. So we have Acrobat, Fearless Finisher, Giant Slayer, Limitless Takeoff, Posterizer, Unstrippable, and Slithery Finisher all on Hall of Fame with Teardropper on Silver. So that's a pretty good layout. Now, if you wanted to take one of these down to Silver and put Teardropper up to Hall of Fame, you certainly could do that. I just think this is the best way to lay it out, and it's so fun to play with this way, especially using Posterizer, because having the smallest guy go up on guys like Gobert, things like that, it's really, really crazy to see, and it's fun. For this, guys, you could do Hot Zone Hunter, you could do Slithery Off Ball, whatever you prefer. I'm just going to do Hot Zone Hunter. And then for these guys, what I would do, because we don't have yellow in this build, I would definitely do Unpluckable. Space Creator is another really important one for this build, as well as Quick First Step. Now, from here, there's ways that you can go about this. I would do Needle Threader and Bullet Passer for sure, because you want to be able to get as much assistance on that passing as possible. because you don't really have that great of passing for a ball, for a primary ball handler or point guard. And then for the last one, guys, I mean, it really depends on you, right? You could do tied handles, quick chain, handles for days, just whatever you prefer. Now, one way that I would do this, and this is the way that I actually did this, I did this on bronze, just in case, because you are a shorter player, if you do go up and a bigger defender challenges you, and you get a bad animation because of that, you can that helps you in passing out of that. And then for the last one, it really depends on you. I like stop and go because you're a shorter player. You've already got that speed. So being able to stop and go and having that badge on there, it's really, really helpful. And then for these guys, I feel like clamps is a must and intimidator is a must with this build because you're already undersized. And then for the last one, you could do interceptor, hustler, whatever you prefer, pickpocket. It really depends on you. But this is the way that I would go with it. And then there you have it, guys. I really feel like this is a good Spud Webb build. And it's a build that, I mean, because of its size, it makes it really fun to play with. And it's kind of crazy when you have someone that's that short on the court and they're actually throwing down over much bigger defenders. It's really fun to play with, guys. And if you've never seen Spud Webb play, guys, I would definitely recommend checking out some of his highlights. You will not be disappointed. He was a really fun player to watch. And, if you get a chance, watch that 86. I think it was 86, the dunk contest. You should definitely check that out because, again, it's really fun to watch. You won't be disappointed. And seeing, such a small player elevate to throw the ball down and dunk was just, it's really, really nice. It's different, and it's something that I think you guys would enjoy if you've not seen it before. But with that being said, guys, if you enjoyed the video, greatly appreciate it if you'd posterize that like button. If you haven't done so already and you enjoy those legends of the game, I would recommend subscribing to the channel. And in the comments down below, let me know a legend you'd like to see me do a build on. Past or present, I'd be more than happy to do that build for you. And with that being said, have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. Have a good one.